Hello, and welcome to Math 100, Liberal Arts Mathematics. I hope you'll enjoy this class, which I believe is the most practical mathematics course that you can take at the college. So in this video, I'll explain how your Canvas shell is structured and what you would have to do to complete each assignment, as well as completing each section. So let's get started. I will share my screen. All right, so when you click on the your Canvas shell for Math 100, first of all, you open your Canvas site and you should see all the courses that you are enrolled in. Right? Each box, which represents a class, is called a shell. So you click on the Canvas shell that says Math 100, and you will see our home page. And the home page will look slightly different. What I'm sharing with you, what I'm showing you on the screen, is basically the what we call the student view from the instructor account, because that's all I have access to. This part should be personalized with your instructor video. It may or may not be here, but anyway, pretty much everything else should look the same, including these menus on the side. Okay, now right below the home page link, you should have the modules. If you go down here, you get started, and then you have modules and a few other things pretty similar to what we have here. But you can click on the modules either here below the video or here. Okay, and by the way, the announcements, this could be and also an important page for you to open up, because your instructor may send you announcements on a regular basis. But for now, let's go ahead and click on modules and see what happens. Okay, I click on that, and this is what you see. You probably know this already if you are an experienced user of Canvas, but Canvas modules page is structured with several modules like this, all right? And this is, of course, exactly how your instructor is designing, and your section may look slightly different. But and then for each module, and by the way, a module is this big chunk, one big block or box in the modules page is called a module. In my class, I have 14 modules. And you can, open and close each module like that. Just click, open and close, and you can see the details. Now, let's pay attention to the Welcome to Math 100 module. This is my introductory module where you have a link to the textbook. There is a new edition available as of fall of 2021, and that is what we will be using this semester. There is a welcome page with links to things like this video. And then there's a PowerPoint slides section for the presentation entitled, What is Math 100? This is actually a part of a short video that is included in this page, right? The office hours should be listed here. Course syllabus should be listed here. And by the way, if you click on course syllabus, you will see pretty much the same information as if you clicked on the syllabus here. Okay, in fact, let me just show you what your course syllabus should look like. So by clicking on the course syllabus, you should be able to see a PDF file or a version of that syllabus. And on page 1, it should list your student learning outcomes, policies on tests, grades, and so on. All right, and you probably would want to read this document carefully, because this is your academic contract between your professor and you concerning grades and credit and so on. It also lists several resources available. Again, you want to take advantage of these resources, including the Learning Center on campus, which provides free tutorial services, and Student Health and Wellness Center for both your physical and mental health. Right. You also have a list of how to do well in this course, give you some ideas and hints. There's a little paragraph on Starfish, which is called Canyons Connects, and that is our early alert system. And then professional conduct and your growth mindset. And then in my syllabus, it's page 4, but it has a list of homework problems. Now, these are also duplicated. I will show you in just a minute. These are duplicated on each page for each section. So you don't really have to have this, but if you want to have the list of your entire homework for the entire course, you have it here. On page 5, this is pretty important. Again, this is not something that you have to have absolutely, because if you follow your Canvas shell week to week, you will have this information. But this is an overall picture of what a fall semester, a full semester course is going to look like for your particular semester. In this case, what's seen here is fall of 2021. All right. Now, if you have a short section or a summer or winter, shorter sections, then you will have slightly different schedules. But what's important here is to keep up with this, okay? Because once you fall behind, it's very difficult to catch up, just as in most other math courses. All right, so let's go back to the modules right here. Go back to the modules. You can always go back to the main page of this course. Back to the first module. So we've looked at the course syllabus. This is a list of homework exercises. This is exactly what you saw on page 4, followed by the homework solutions. So if you click on this, right, you will see another file which will provide you with step-by-step solutions to most, if not all, of your homework assigned problems. Why do we provide it? Because we want you to have access to it. I want you to be able to look up not just the answers, but also how to do those problems. Okay. Now, the idea is not to copy your answers, obviously, right? You have to understand the material in order to pass the course and to do well in the course. However, I know that students often get stuck and they have no idea how to correct their mistakes or how to get started on the problem. This link should help you out, okay? Explore and see what is available here. In the next two items are a document called Best Practices for 100% Online Section, and then Canvas Structure. So this Canvas Structure document will tell you pretty much what we are going through in this video. In fact, I will probably open this to go to follow the outline here. The best practices will tell you what you need to do to be successful in this class. All right, and then those are followed by activity 1, which has a specific due date, and then show your work. SYW always stands for show your work in this course. This show your work for activity 1 is the portal where you would be submitting your handwritten part of activity 1. Okay. All right. So that's your first and introductory module. Now, let me call your attention to best practices for a 100% online section. I'll just pick a couple of important points in this document. So if you click on this, what appears is this document. If you want a PDF file of this page, you can click here and download it and print it. Basically, this provides you with some ideas on how to be successful. Now, you are taking a 100% online class, but it does not mean that your workload is less than the face-to-face section. And in fact, you may have to do more because lots of things are, you just can't ask your instructor on the spot or in the classroom. So make sure you read this, all right? And the number 1, make a time commitment. It is very important for you to have enough time to attend the lecture videos. What do I mean by attend? Well, you basically watch those videos. The nice thing is you don't have to go there on certain time. And it's not like you have to watch them Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 a.m. So there's flexibility, but the flexibility could be bad in the sense that you can just procrastinate. So do not do that. Make sure you keep up with your work on a weekly, possibly daily basis. That's the time commitment aspect. Make sure you don't fall behind. Keep up with the schedule. Do all your work, because if you don't submit an assignment, you will get 0. It'll be recorded as a 0, and I do not drop any exam scores. Okay. Number 4, keep records of your work. So your homework, all the class notes, which I have available for you, you should keep them so that you can review those for your exams. All right, and then number 5, use available resources. So these are some of the resources that you are able to use and take advantage of as you take this course. All right, so make sure you review this and look at this document carefully. Let me go back in here. Another document I want you to look at very carefully is the next one. All right, and so by the way, maybe I should show you this. You know, if you're looking at this document, best practices, and once you're done with this document, you can just click on this next button, and it'll lead you to, or it'll take you to the next page listed on that Canvas shell and Canvas module, and that is, of course, this new document called Canvas structure. Again, the PDF version is available here. Some basic the names and terminology associated with Canvas is here, and then some specific examples or specific information about Math 100 modules are listed here. It explains what a module is. And now, this is an important aspect of it. So let's look at this. Completing a section. What does it mean for you to complete a section? Because you will be asked to complete 2 or 3 sections every week. All right, this is very important for you to understand. You know, what does it mean to do a section, to complete a section? And basically, here's what I'll show you with more examples. But here's what that implies. Okay, what it means to complete a section. First, you print out your notes, and your notes will be in a PDF file. It's good if you download and print them out. Usually 2 to 3 pages. The last page is the quiz for that section. All right, and then as you watch the videos whose links are found on the section page, you take notes. You take notes on the PDF file that you printed, which is filled with these blanks. Okay, so not filled with, but which has lots of blanks. You fill in those blanks as you take your class notes. All right, this is like attending class. Okay, if you are going to a face-to-face class, you know, you do go to the classrooms 2 to 3 times a week, right? You don't skip a lot, because then you may just not pass the course. Same thing applies here. If you don't spend time watching these videos, you may not pass the course. So it's very important that you spend time watching these videos and listening and engaging in these lectures. Okay, and then number 3, there is an extra or optional PowerPoint slides listed on each section page. Then once you watch the videos, you should move to the last page of your notes, and that is your quiz for that section. Answer those questions. Okay, you can look at your notes, books, whatever. If you need to, you can go back and watch the video again. After that, you go to the online quiz for the section. Right now, why do we have 2? Well, the online quiz will have the same problems or the questions as the quiz on the paper. So what's the point? Well, the thing is, you already worked out your questions. So just here on the online quiz, you enter your answers and you get your immediate feedback, because Canvas will identify any incorrect answers. And then you can go back and redo your work. The answers are available on the same page. You can retake the quiz up to 3 attempts, all right? And the best score, only the best score, will be recorded on your gradebook. And once you are finished with that online quiz, then you go to your homework exercises, also listed on the page. All right. Let me show you how this works, because it really is important for you to know what it means to complete a section. All right. So here's an example. All right. So here, back to the modules page, and I will go ahead and go with the first one. Let me just explain first. Section 1.1 is on fallacies, and we may come back to it, or we may make it optional. But at this point, we are going to skip the very first section on fallacies, right? So if you open to section 1.1, it says we are going to skip this. Go ahead and click on the next button. Okay, so you do that. Now, section 1.2 is the very first section that you will be quote unquote completing. All right, so what does it mean? Well, as I explained a few minutes ago, completing a section means first downloading and printing your PDF file. Okay, and if you click on that, you will see a PDF file. with lots of blanks for you to fill in, right? And then while you have those pages in front of you, you watch section 1-2 part 1 and section 1-2 part 2. Typically, each section is covered by 2 video clips, right? These clips are sometimes, some of them are short, some of them are long. Okay, but again, I cannot emphasize how important it is. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for you to spend time watching these videos. Okay, they're all closed captions, by the way, if you need the closed captions. And then the optional PowerPoint slides. You don't have to look at these, but you can if you want to have extra support. All right. Once you do that, you answer your quizzes, right? So quiz questions. After watching these lecture videos, answer quiz questions. That is the last page of your PDF file. Show your work and keep your work somewhere like in your notebook. And then you click on this online quiz for this section. Right? And I'll go ahead and click this and let you see what happens. When you click on this, this online quiz will show up. And when you go in there to take the quiz, you will see pretty much the identical questions that you have already seen on the piece of paper that you printed out, okay? And then you go ahead and submit your answers, and then the Canvas system will tell you which ones you got right and which ones you got wrong, right? Let's say you got like maybe 2 out of 5 incorrect, all right? That's okay, very low stakes, okay? You can try again. In fact, you can try up to 3 attempts. And if you get stuck and you don't know what the answer is, click on here and it'll give you the answers. Okay, so here, see, we're trying to be very nice to you. Okay, why do I do this? Because again, it's important for you to know what the correct answer is. You know, not just necessarily just get stuck and then not know what to do. Because sometimes, you know, you don't have immediate access to the tutorial service and so on. Okay, so let's review. First, you print out your notes. You take your notes as you watch these videos. You do your quiz questions on paper, and then you go to the online quiz, and you do up to 3 attempts until you get it, you know, pretty much perfect, because the answers are there, and only the best score is recorded. All right, that is good, and so far you have learned a lot, and now you get to do your homework. For each section, you will be assigned, I don't know, about 2 to 6 to 7 homework problems. And so these are found, of course, in your textbook. And then you go ahead and do this on your notebook paper. Okay. Now, if you get stuck here, the answers are provided here. Once again, you know, for that chapter and for the entire course. If you get stuck and you don't know what, or if you can't understand the key, you can email me here by clicking here. Or you can click here, my office hours, and I will be available at certain hours through Zoom. All right, so I am trying to provide you with as much support and help as possible. All right, so once you do your online quiz, which is recorded automatically, and then the particular section for your homework, okay, that's pretty much done. Now, the homework is supposed to be kept. So here, look at this. Keep your homework until you have completed all the assigned problems for the entire chapter. So this is chapter 1, section 2. We have chapter 1 and section 3, 4, and 5. And once you are finished with the entire chapter, I'll ask you to send me the PDF file. 1 PDF file per chapter, not photos of the paper. You know, you should have a scanning app, or you should have a scanner or a printer / scanner combination or something, so that you can scan your documents, your homework, and make 1 PDF file for the entire chapter, okay? Possibly with multiple pages. And that's what you will submit. And I will tell you where you're going to submit that. All right, and in fact, if you click on next, you go to section 1.3. Next, you go to section 1.4. So you're doing the same thing over and over for each section, right? Take notes, watch videos, do your homework, do your quiz, take your online quiz, do your homework. It sounds like a lot, but it's not terribly hard. Okay? At least once you get a hang of this, you should be able to do okay. And then after section 5, which is problem solving, then go to the next one, and that would be the portal where you would submit the homework for the entire chapter. Okay, so this where you click on start assignment. If you click on that, it'll tell you how to upload your file. And so you should prepare your PDF, file for your homework for chapter 1, and you upload it and you submit your assignment and you're done. Okay, so that's how chapters and sections work in this course. And then I will just show you a couple more things and we'll be done. All right, so you do the same thing for chapter 2. And then once you are done with chapters 1 and 2, you have this test number 1 module where you have practice test 1, practice test 1 answer key, practice test 1 key video. All of these are there to support and help you prepare for test number 1. This is the actual test, of course, that will be locked until a specified date. And then this is your show your work for test 1. Once you are finished with the online test 1, and some of them you have to show your work, okay, you will submit that work again as a PDF file and upload it in this portal. And that's test number 1. And then you have test chapters 3, 4, 5, and then test number 2. And then chapter 6, 7, and 8, and then test number 3. And then you have a course project module, which we'll be talking about later. And then we have a final exam module. Okay, so I hope this sort of helps you understand what's going on in this class. All right, so at any time during the term, if you have any questions about how Canvas works or what is it that you are expected to do, or if there's any kind of a unforeseeable circumstances, please contact your instructor, okay? And help you succeed in passing Math 100. I hope you learn a lot. I hope you'll have a great experience, even though this is a math course, okay? This is a math course designed for you to learn practical aspects, elegant aspects, useful aspects of mathematics in the real life applications. All right, so have a wonderful day and enjoy this course. Take care.